Alright guys, sorry about that. The camera cut off on me. I had to switch cars, got full. But we left off right here where I was inserting the tool into the first far left hole at the top row. The orange wire pops out. So now we are on to the purple wire. The purple wire is still the same row, top row, but 3 holes over. 1, 2, 3. So that's where we're going to put our tool. Make sure it's the third wire. It is the third wire. I'm looking at the back of the connector. It is the purple wire. Purple wire is the third hole. So we go ahead and insert our tool in there. And this purple wire should come out. Here it comes. Just getting caught on these other wires, that's all. There it is. So you have your orange wire out, which was the first hole right here, and your purple wire, which is the third hole on the top row. So you're going to take your BCM now, and just how these connectors came out, that's the way you're going to put the LMC5, I don't know why I said BCM, the LMC5 connectors in. So orange is going to go with the orange. The orange came out of the first hole on the top row, so that's where we're going to put this one. It's going to snap into place and it's going to click. I don't know if you're going to hear this on camera, but if you're doing this yourself, you should hear a click and snap into place. I don't know if you heard that, but it did, and now I tug on it a little bit. It's not coming out, so now I know that it's secure in place. We're going to do the same thing with the purple wire that came out of the top row, third hole from the left. Make sure it goes back in the same way that it came out. Again, I have it somewhat in there. It's going to click into place. There's a small click noise, and I'm going to tug on it a little bit. It doesn't come out, it's secure in, so I know that's secure in there. So now that both of those are back on, remember this blue comb clip that we took off, we pried it off. We're going to put this back on. Just like this. This is how it goes. The comb part goes on the bottom or the back. That snaps and clicks on. We're going to take the 2 wires that we took out of this green connector, and we're going to cap those off with the provided blue covers. So one on the purple, cap that off. And one on the orange. So now that that's secure, now in the directions it says to move on to the bigger of the 2 pink connectors. There's 2 pink connectors, the smaller one and the bigger one. We're going to be using this bigger one for the next step in step 3. We're still on step 3. And for this part, we're going to be locating and removing the green wire terminal in position C15 top row, second from the right. So I'm going to grab my removal tool, which is still my small Allen wrench key, and it says in the directions, the green wire terminal in position C15, top row, second hole from the right, and replace it with the LMC5 green wire. So we're going to do that. So top row, second hole, which is right here. Top row, second hole from the right. And before you push into it, make sure it's a green wire. It is. And before I actually do this, I have to take off this blue tab connector comb tab connector, just like we did for our green right here. So I'm going to do that. Again, you just pry these off. Here's one side. There's the other side. This one's just a bigger comb shape. But I'm going to set that right here because we have to reinstall that again. So now go back to your second hole from the right. Should be a green wire. Mine is. So push on that. That wire should come out. It does. Here it is. You can see that good. It's a green wire on this pink connector. Second hole from the right, top row. And we're going to replace this with the LMC5 green wire. So we got our LMC5 right here, green wire. Just like this came out, we're going to put the LMC5 wire in the way that the original came out. Again, it's going to click into place. You might not hear it on camera. There we go. Tug on it a little bit. It's not coming out. It means it's secure in there. Now we have to put our blue clip back on. Here's our blue clip. We just snap that back on. There it goes. Alright, and now as you see on your LMC5, you'll have a brown wire left and you'll have your black ground left. The black ground will go into your BCM that I showed you guys at the beginning of the video. Your brown wire, just leave that alone. You don't need to mess with this. We have to cap off this green wire too with the blue tab. Just so that they don't touch anything. Now that that's capped off, here is the part where it says important. If your steering column is locked, like mine is locked, you should unlock it now. Please follow the LMC5 unlocker instructions before continuing with step 4. And now I am about to do that with my unlocker right here that I purchased with the LMC5 because my steering wheel is currently locked. If your steering wheel wasn't locked, then you wouldn't need this. But my steering wheel is locked. And this is the part where in the directions it says if your steering wheel is locked, is currently locked, this is where you would need your LMC5 unlocker before finishing the install of the LMC5. So I'm going to do that now before continuing on with the full LMC5 install. So it says to take your shrinks. So these two, purple shrink and your black shrink. You're going to leave this inside the passenger footwell. You're going to take the rest of it, which are these two alligator clips, up to your battery, positive and your negative. We're going to take this up to the battery. Alright, we're going up to the battery now. These are the LMC5 unlocker directions. And here's my battery right there. Ground is still unconnected. It says read the LMC5 instructions completely and complete steps 1, 2, 2A, and step 3 of the install before continuing here. And I have done that. Ensure the plastic caps are over the unlocker pins. They are still in the footwell. That's what we left in the footwell. Stretch the unlocker wire from the passenger side floor to the battery. At the battery, attach the unlocker red battery clip to the positive battery terminal bolt. Attach the black battery clip directly to the negative terminal of the battery. So let's do that. Positive first. Here's the positive right there. Now the negative. So those alligator clips are on. Now it says remove the plastic cap from the unlocker pin marked with the black heat shrink tubing. Grasp the steering column lock relay connector that you unplugged in the LMC5 install, step 2A, and orient it with the bare terminal end facing you and the wires facing away from you. Those directions down. Set you guys back up here. My battery's about to die, so I'm going to switch the battery as soon as this cuts off, and then I'll be back with you guys. So here is the black. We're going to take that off. Grab our relay, our black relay that we disconnected. It says insert the black unlocker pin into the white wire terminal of the relay connector. You may have to hold the wire and connect